Millions of people need humanitarian assistance around the globe, yet the way aid is provided matters. Humanitarian organizations should address people's needs and preferences first and foremost, rather than decide themselves what people need. We looked at 5 countries where people were surveyed about the humanitarian assistance they receive to see what they think. In Afghanistan, 25% of people surveyed think that humanitarian assistance they receive covers their essential needs. When access to aid is limited and quality services are lacking, women face some of the highest hurdles to get the care they need.
When we go to the clinic, they do examine us, but they usually say we don't have medicines to give you.
For people in Haiti, aid can only meet their needs and enable them to plan ahead if they're informed about the details of the available assistance. But few aid recipients in Haiti feel informed about aid, and a dismal 2% know how humanitarian money is spent in their community.
I only find out about aid distribution after the fact. I'm not familiar with the organization that usually provide aid in my community. They only come to distribute aid to the stadium without having any meetings.
In Chad, information about how humanitarian organizations decide who receives assistance and who does not is well understood, but that does not mean communities think it is fairly distributed. Only 22% think aid goes to those who need it most.
What is frustrating is that the same people meet all the target criteria for all of the aid programs, and not everyone receives.
Meanwhile, in Bangladesh, people who feel informed about aid are more likely to think that their opinions are considered by humanitarians. Yet most people do not think they can influence decision-making. Only 34% of the host community and 18% of Rohingya living in Cox's Bazar think aid providers take their opinions into account.
I usually do not complain because there is no one to listen to our complaints. I think it is better to stay silent and complain to Allah, because He is the only one who can change the impossible.
In countries like in Burkina Faso, where the humanitarian crisis is worsening, the aid provided should not only address short-term problems. People need support to feel resilient, yet only 38% of people in Burkina Faso think that the aid they receive allows them to plan for their future.
I would like to ask the humanitarians to teach us to fish instead of giving us fish every day. Simply help us with jobs and small trades that will help us to face new shocks.
We envision a humanitarian system that fully recognizes the agency of the people it exists to serve and is responsive to their views, preferences, and needs. How can agencies, donors, and decision makers start listening to and acting on people's feedback? Stay informed about perceptions of aid by signing up to our newsletter.